In the heart of southeastern Nigeria, surrounded by towering palms and meandering rivers, lay the village of Eziama. Life in Eziama was steeped in culture. Drumming was not mere music. It was how the villagers spoke to the gods, celebrated births, and mourned the dead. Among the villagers lived a boy named Ikenna, born to a long line of master drummers, yet he had never once been allowed to touch the ancestral drum. One evening, Ikenna stayed behind after the village festival. The drum lay unguarded. His fingers trembled as he touched it. He struck once, and the sound rippled through the night like thunder from another world. But before he could strike again, a clap of wind blew out all the torches. Silence fell. The hills of Nri were not just tall, they were sacred. Ikenna journeyed alone, carrying only water, dried plantain, and a stone from his mother's grave. Each step felt like walking through time. The forest whispered, the wind hummed, and the trees watched. Atop the hill sat the oracle, blind but all-seeing. He told Ikenna, "The drum you played remembers a betrayal. That is why it cried out. To be worthy, you must uncover the forgotten truth and offer healing." The lost song was hidden in a cave where echoes never died. Ikenna entered and sat for hours, listening. Slowly, he hummed what the echoes taught him. It was a lullaby, a mother's song. The second task led him to a blacksmith named Dyke, once a drummer whose son died during a festival. He blamed the drum, the gods, and even Okonkwo. His heart had grown bitter and iron-hard. The final task took Ikenna to a forgotten graveyard. There, under a baobab tree, he played the flute and sang the song. The wind turned warm. A ghostly figure appeared, tall, dark, with calloused hands. The villagers had changed. Rumors of Ikenna's journey reached every ear. Some called him mad, others called him chosen. Okonkwo stood waiting at the village square, drum beside him. After the ceremony, Okonkwo called Ikenna to the ancestral hut. He held a palm wine gourd in his hand, trembling. "Your mother died saving the drum from fire," he confessed. "I blamed you because I couldn't blame myself." The village announced a new annual festival, the Festival of Redemption. During this celebration, old grievances were buried, forgotten names remembered, and everyone, slave descendants, warriors, and mothers, was honored through music. Elder Mazi, the oldest man in Eziama, summoned Ikenna one quiet evening. In his clay hut, surrounded by carvings and shavings of old wood, Mazi revealed a scroll wrapped in animal skin. "This is the song of the first drum," he whispered. "Only one with a healed heart may learn it." During a full moon night, the village gathered for a spirit dance, an ancient ritual done once in a generation. Ikenna was chosen to lead the rhythm. As he struck the drum, ancestral spirits appeared in the firelight, dancing between the villagers. News of Ikenna's drumming reached distant villages. Drummers from Umuahia, Nsukka, and even faraway Benin came to learn from him. But Ikenna did not claim mastery. Instead, he taught them the value of listening first. Not all were pleased with Ikenna's rise. The village council demanded proof that his rhythm was truly sacred. They took him to the Whispering Stone, an oracle rock that only echoed true hearts. One day, dark clouds gathered as a furious storm approached. The villagers feared destruction. Ikenna took the sacred drum and played. The rhythm calmed the winds, parted the storm, and brought rain gently instead of violently. A child named Chisholm, born mute, had never spoken a word. After hearing Ikenna's drumming, she began to hum, then sing. Her parents wept. It was as though the drum had awakened her spirit. One night, a masked man visited Ikenna, claiming to be a spirit guide from across the Niger. He challenged Ikenna to a drum duel under the stars. Their rhythms danced, clashed, and finally harmonized. Okonkwo began to drum again, slowly at first. Under Ikenna's guidance, he released years of grief through rhythm. Father and son began performing together, the village watching in awe. Eziama's oldest burial ground had once housed a forgotten drum rhythm buried after a tribal war. Ikenna uncovered the melody from oral tales and revived it during the next festival. One morning, the sacred grove's trees began shedding leaves prematurely, a bad omen. Ikenna meditated under the biggest tree, drumming softly. The grove responded, its energy calming, the trees stilled. A rival drummer, jealous of Ikenna's fame, stole the sacred drum and hid it near the river. When Ikenna found it, he didn't retaliate. He played a forgiveness rhythm, and the rival wept, confessing his envy. The drum, though always revered, had no name. Ikenna finally named it Nkemjika. What is mine is greater. The name symbolized resilience, the inheritance of healing and unity through story. An old traveler passing through Eziama heard the drum and cried. He had lost his family during a war decades ago. Ikenna played a peace rhythm, and the man smiled before continuing his journey. Ikenna opened a school under the baobab tree. Children learned not just rhythm, but the stories behind each beat. The drum became a storyteller, a healer, and a teacher. Years later, Ikenna grew old and passed the sacred drum to his daughter, Daisy. As she played, the same lullaby echoed through Eziama. The circle was complete.